Hey, my name is Connor Willson. I'm with the Ridgeland Fire Department. In this presentation, 5-minute impromptu presentation will be for Instructor 1 and 2 online course. I'm going to talk a little bit about fire safety. Fire safety plays an important role in everybody's life because there's always that chance that a fire can erupt and you need to be prepared and know how to be safe. Fire extinguisher is a very important thing to know when you're dealing with fires, because a fire extinguisher will extinguish the fire. Also, knowing if there were the chance that you do get fire on you or catch fire, you need to know how to stop, drop, and roll, and that will, in essence, smother the fire, try to take the oxygen out of the fire, and extinguish it that way. If there is a fire and you're the parent, you need to speak with your kids, your sons, your daughters, and find a safe meeting place. If things were to get chaotic, a lot of times the meeting place is outside and by the mailbox or across the street at the neighbor's house. But you need to have those meeting places pre-established if there were something to happen, because in those times it can be chaotic. But what I'm really going to highlight today is the fire extinguisher. Fire extinguishers have been around a long time, and there's a reason for that. They seem to be pretty effective. So when you're dealing with fire extinguishers, it's a safe practice to visually inspect your fire extinguisher every 30 days, once a month, just to make sure it's in working order, it hasn't expired, and it's in a safe spot where you can easily access that extinguisher if something were to happen. If a fire breaks out and you know where your extinguisher is, and you don't know where you do not know where your extinguisher is, that could cause to be fatal. So it's always a good practice to know where it is, make sure there's nothing blocking it, and you can easily access that extinguisher. Fire extinguisher bottles seem to be around a 12-year lifespan. After that 12-year lifespan, it's recommended to discard them and get another one. Fire extinguishers don't run too expensive. I've seen them run $15 up to $80. And that's the big red ones you see hanging on the wall. They don't seem to be too expensive. Fire extinguishers put out a multitude of different ranges of fires, whether it's class A, B, C, D, or even K. I know right now that doesn't make any sense to you, but I'm going to go into detail and explain each type of fire. Class A fire is any combustible material, anything that can catch fire and burn into ash, which is this door, that clock, that chair, anything that burns into ash and is combustible will be put out with a Class A extinguisher. Class B extinguisher is going to be your liquid fire. Say you're at the gas station pumping gas and you ignite, it ignites. There should be a Class A, B, C extinguisher around, because that B in the extinguisher will put out that liquid fire. Class C is going to be for your electrical fires, your computers, your cords, your wires. If those ignite and catch flame, the stuff in the extinguisher in a D and a C extinguisher can extinguish those flames for electrical fires. D fire is not as common as the other three I just named, but they are for flame metals. But most of the time when you have a standard extinguisher, it's going to be rated for Class A, B, and C, which is your standard combustibles, your liquid fires and gases, and your electrical. A separate extinguisher that you'll need, which is very important, is the Class K fire. That's kitchen fires mostly, because it's dealing with your hot oils and your greases. Most of the time you'll want to keep your Class K extinguisher separate under the kitchen in case a fire were to erupt in your kitchen. You have your Class K fire, which can put out hot greases and oils if they were to ignite in fire. A safe place to keep an A, B, C extinguisher would be anywhere you feel you need it. In your bathrooms, keep that in your kitchen as well. Keep one in your garage, keep one in your car. It's very important to know when to use them, what to use it for, and how to use it. And so I have a BC extinguisher here. This is smaller than your standard extinguisher that you see on the wall. The BC stands for, it is puts out liquid fires and electrical fires. So the way this works is off a PASS acronym: pull, aim, squeeze, and sweep. So you'll pull the tab, and in a big fire extinguisher, it's a pin. You'll pull the pin out. After you pull the pin, you don't have to do anything else with the P. Next is the A. You're going to aim. You find your fire, and you want to aim at the fire. The next part of the acronym is an S. That's squeeze. So I would pull here, but on a main extinguisher, you squeeze it together, the handles together, and then you sweep at the base of the fire. So you pull the pin, you aim at the base of the fire, you squeeze the levers together, and you sweep across the base of the fire to put it out. If it's not out, you repeat the last 3 steps, which is your aim, your squeeze, and your sweep. And that is fire safety with a fire extinguisher. My name is Connor Willson with the Ridgeland Fire Department.